Are you wondering what it takes to go from structural engineering into software development? In this video, I'm revisiting one of my conversations with my friend and colleague Amit Yalwar, a structural engineer turned software developer. In this clip, Amit shares his journey from being a professional engineer to becoming a software developer by laying down a path to acquire all the skills that he needed to pivot into the structural engineering tech industry with no prior degree or experience. We also discuss how to navigate career changes after investing so much time and effort into the structural engineering industry, and how to leverage the skills that we develop as engineers to pivot into any other industry. If you're an engineer who has thought about serving the engineering community by following a non-traditional path in engineering and learning the skills to do so, then this video is for you. Here it is, Amit Yalwar. You do any boot camp or anything in between the time you decided, hey, I want to go into programming and then eventually get a job?
So I didn't specifically do any boot camps, but I did something similar. Like there's a lot of these websites which let you build projects on your own and whatever, programming language that you use. So I was mostly on these platforms. My goal was to build a complete project. So I kind of feel good about actually building something. I experimented a lot of with a lot of courses on Udemy and stuff like that, which were just very super educational and academic. You felt like you're learning something, but you're not getting a chance to apply it. So that kind of was the motivation was hard to sustain with that kind of approach. So it was mostly just let me just get started on a project, struggle through it, and just YouTube stuff hey, how do I do this? How do I do this? And just try and get something completed. So that sense of completion kind of really motivated me to say, hey, maybe I actually really do enjoy this, and this wasn't just some trendy thing that I was trying to follow.
Yeah, so it sounds like a lot of trial and error to see what will stick. And
definitely, yeah, I kind of knew what my target companies were. I mean, you're in the industry, so there's not a whole lot of companies that do what we do, right? So there's only so many companies, and I kind of knew what kind of skill sets they look for. So it was like a very narrow and niche things that I had to train for. So I wasn't spoiled by options. So that was a good thing.
That is really beautiful for you to share, because I would say whenever you want to perhaps pivot or change into a career, we're always overwhelmed with so many options and everything. What you did, okay, these are the companies I would like to work for. These are the skills that they're looking for, and you actually trained for that for, I guess, a couple of months, and why not eventually, be a potential candidate. So that is great that you did some engineering, some backwards engineering there, did that. Got a formula. If they want X and I have Y, how do I get to X? So that is really great. Was there? Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that is definitely how I think for people watching this, looking to pivot, I think that is kind of how you want to do it. I think, in my opinion, having pivoted successfully once, there's always going to be people who are more focused than you. So focus is very important. You can't be trying 20 different things. Hey, I'm interested in, I don't know, XYZ and ABC. Just pick your thing and just go all in.
Yeah. And it's interesting though how, because learning about your story, and I put myself in that same situation, for me would be really challenging, from going from your country back to another country to do a master's in structural engineering, spend what, a year and a half, I don't know how long your program was, then eventually get a job in design, 2 years. And after all this investment, all this time to study, and all of a sudden say, hey, I want to do programming. Even though you're still within the structural engineering area, I would have thought a lot about it, because I have already invested so much into a degree that I potentially not going to use on a daily basis. And it's interesting how you found something interesting to you and you were able to stick to it despite having just completed something. And it goes to show that a lot of us perhaps limit ourselves because we did something in the past and we had to stick into that. For instance, I did civil engineering for my bachelor's, and for the longest, I thought all I could only do is civil engineering. But you learn so many skills, um, so much knowledge that you get from those degrees that you can apply to any other industry or market out there. problem
Yeah.
solving, you mentioned, where
Hmm.
which job do you not solve problems for? So it's
Exactly.
a great
Yeah.
skill that that we learn as an engineer, and the ability to how to think and actually apply to other areas. There's no
Hmm.
limit. I just wanted to
Yeah.
say, if
Yeah.
anybody listening, there's no limit. Thank you for watching this full video on the New Interactions Club. I truly appreciate your support. If you have any questions or comments about this interview, make sure you leave a comment down below. Hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the New Interactions Club for other similar content. That's it for this video. See you next time.